I made a huge pool to flood my friend's whole world. He's going to be underwater.
It's so shallow that it couldn't drown an ant.
But what he doesn't know, I'm going to fill her in many different ways. Starting with the bucket. That's why I'm gonna fill this bucket here in this puddle. Take you to the pool. The water has already reached the first level like this, flooding a block of height in my friend's world. Where's all this coming from? That village is already starting to flood. Throughout the video, the water will rise more and more. So let me move on to the next way to raise the level of the pool. Are you using the water TNT? To make this TNT, I need these items. Fortunately for me, I already have the bottles of water and also the sand. So I just need the gunpowder. To get this gunpowder, I came here to this mine where creepers always show up. There are already 2 here in front. Let me defeat them. He exploded, but with that, I already got 2 gunpowders. That's already enough. Now I just come here to the crafting table and place sand like this, gunpowder in the middle, and some water bottles on the side. And I'm gonna get the TNT water. And with that, I just need to put it in the pool and switch it on. And the pool has already reached the next level. And with that, the village was already completely flooded. There's even a villager here who is drowning.
But I did not drown and you won't be able to reach my house.
That's what we're gonna see! Because the next way of filling this pool even more is with a water gun. Luckily, I already have a water gun here at my house. The problem is that my house also flooded. But let me come here and get it from my shulker box. With this, I can come to the pool and fill it up to the next level. The amount of water is starting to rise. The problem is that it's showing on the side that the battery is running low. It's full of water, but it can't fire because it's out of battery. I need to be recharging it. To recharge her battery, I need 5 blaze rods. The problem is that I only have 2 here in my chest and I need 3 more. That's why I'm going to use the Athos portal to go to the Nether to achieve more.
You're not coming in, right? I know you want to go in there and flood my whole world with water.
Hey folks, Athos doesn't want to let me through. I'm gonna try and trick him. Of course not. How am I supposed to fetch water in the Nether? Just let me through already.
Stop lying. I know your little gun uses a blazer as a battery.
Athos is less silly than I thought. Since he's not going to let me use his portal, I'll make my own. To do this, I've already grabbed some buckets here in my inventory, and I need to find a lot of lava. I think there will be something in this cave. I found a gigantic river of lava. I just need to fill as many buckets as I can. Now I just have to enjoy that this area is all flooded, and it's using it to make a really easy portal. Just these 2 more blocks and I can finish the portal. Now I just need to activate it, and it's going to the Nether. Wow, what luck! My portal appeared in a Nether fortress. Now I just need to find a blaze spawner! And I can already see there's one right up there. We are not defeating him. And the worst part is that nothing dropped. But I have a plan to defeat them more easily than with the sword, because they are very strong. I brought with me some blocks of fluffy snow and also gravel. I will be using gravel to make a roof like this and Nito. And the fluffy snow I will be placing around the spawner like this. Now that I've put fluffy snow everywhere, I just have to wait for them to start showing up. And when they spawn in the snow, they will start taking damage and be defeated. And with that, I'm just passing through the fluffy snow and grabbing the blaze rods. I even got the 5 I needed. With this, I might be going back home. And it's just me using the crafting table to reload my water gun. Now I just have to use the water gun until the pool is filled for the next level. And look, I already managed to fill it up to the 3rd level. And now the water level at my friend's place has risen so much that I can't even enter my house unless I swim. The problem is that it still wasn't enough to reach Athos's house. That's why I'm already going to move on to the next way, which is melting an iceberg. To do this, I just need to come here to the middle of the pool and place the iceberg. For it to turn into water, I need to come here and set it on fire. For him to start melting, the problem is that this ice is very cold and takes a long time to turn into water. It was only now that the first water was turned. I need something hotter than this little flame. That's why I'm going back to that cave with the lava. No way! I think that when I reached the other level of the pool, I ended up flooding this cave too. But let me use this pickaxe to break this obsidian and see if there is still lava down here. There was lava, but the problem is that the water flowed down and turned it into obsidian too. I need a way to reach that lava without letting the water fall on it. For that, I'm going to go down a hole here of at least 10 blocks like this. Now I dig forward until I reach the lava. There's lava above me. Let me get my bucket. And are you using it to collect her? I managed to get 2 buckets. I think the amount I got will be enough to melt that iceberg. Let me climb up here on top of the iceberg. And are you letting the lava flow? And hopefully she melts that ice quickly. Oh no, the lava is flowing and will touch the water and turn into cobblestone. This here will hinder more than help. I need another way to melt this iceberg without turning all the surrounding waters into rubble. And I already know exactly how to do that. Wow, I'm going over to Foginho's place. What's that? What's that? Are there sharks in this water? Where did these sharks come from? And the worst part is that now I can't even get to Flamey's house. He's grabbing his lava pickaxe. But I already know how I'm going to get there without those sharks biting me. I need to grab some wood from the roof of this house. Now let me transform some of them here into a crafting table. I will turn these into a boat. Now I want to see those little sharks try to catch me. I'm already arriving at Flamey's house. Let me enter his house to see if I can find that pickaxe. His house is also completely flooded.
Oh, I hate water! I hate water!
Flamey, can you lend me your flame pickaxe?
Oh, Cadres! Someone flooded my house! If you get this water out of here, I'll lend you the pickaxe.
I could even help you, but the problem is that there is a lot of water at their house. When we try to shoot with a bucket, go back to being endless. I've got something in my house that can help me. Just let me get into the boat before those sharks come to attack me again. But now let me come to my house and check this trunk. The sponges I have stored, I only have 5, but I think it will be enough. Now I just need to come here to the water and put the sponges right in the middle so they can collect as much water as possible. Look, it's already dried up quite a bit. I just need to keep putting the sponges until they dry completely.
Wow, Cadra! Half of it is dry already, only this side is left.
You're right, Foginho. The problem is that the sponges are already wet. I need to dry them now. To dry them is very easy, guys. Just take them wet and put them on the ground here in the nether. They will dry automatically. And with that, I can come back here and finish getting the water out of Foginho's house. But the problem is that there is a hole in the wall and the water is coming in through here. Let me cover these holes to stop the water from coming in.
Thank you, Cadra. Here is the pickaxe.
Thanks, Flamey. You can even keep the sponge if you need it. Now finally, I can go back to the pool. I'm the only one here with a pickaxe breaking the ice. And it's going to melt completely and turn into water. At this rate, he'll fill the pool to the next level. And with that, the water rose so much that I can't even stay on top of the village house roofs anymore.
My house flooded again!
It looks like Flamey will have to bail out the water from the house once again.
Cadres, you got my house a little wet, but I can still live here comfortably.
I need to flood even more of the world with my friend. That's why I'm moving on to the next way of filling up the pool. Something like summoning a storm. To be able to summon a storm, I need to be making a channeler. And to make it, I need 8 seashells and a heart of the sea. The shells will be easy because they are close to the pool. Several nautilus have started to appear. Check it out. I just need to defeat them and collect the shells. Got one already. Now I just need to beat 7 more. Just this one left and I'll have the 8 shells I need. But now I'm moving to the most difficult item, which is the heart of the sea. To get this heart of the sea, I need to find an ocean monument. This is very difficult because they only appear in the background. I think it's over there in the front. Let me zoom in. That's right. There's one right there in front. Now let me enter this monument to see if I can find this heart of the sea. Hopefully it's easy because I didn't bring anything to breathe underwater. Come back here and I'm out of breath. I need to get out before I lose too much health. Phew, I managed to get out. The heart of the sea is inside this temple, but I swim very slowly and before I can reach the heart of the sea, I'm already out of breath. But I have a plan to be able to swim faster. First, I just have to find a sea serpent. Right in that direction, there is a rock that might have a sea serpent. They like to stay there. Let me get a bit closer to see, and look, there is one right there. Luckily for me, they don't attack back. So if I hit her, she won't attack me. I just need to be defeating to get her scale. The problem is she has a lot of health. And this stone sword of mine deals little damage to her. This is taking too long for me to defeat. Since this snake is from water, its weakness is fire. So if I hit her with this fire pickaxe, she will catch on fire and her health will drop very quickly. I already saw that she even dropped her scales to this side. With that, I just need to grab the crafting table and place the scales on each side like this. I'm going to get the flippers and now I can equip them, and I look really funny with these flippers. But now I swim so fast that I don't even need the boat anymore. But let me stop wasting time and get in here quickly into this temple. Wow, I'm swimming really fast. With that, I'll be finding that heart of the sea pretty quickly. They are already right here. Let me get it. And it's leaving this temple. But let me come here now, and I'm crafting the conduit like this. Put him here on the floor. And look, I think it worked. A very heavy rain has already started. With that, the water level has already started to rise. And now we just need to wait a little bit. The water will reach the next level.
Not this one, you flooded my house, but you know what? I'm going to the nether. You won't be able to put any water there.
Guys, I need to finish flooding this world of Athos. Kanja, a way to flood the nether too. That's why the next way to fill up this pool is by making a super bucket. To make this super bucket, I need Avaricia. The problem is that the whole world is submerged in water, and even the caves are underwater. But I know there's a cave here that has Avaricia, and it's right here in front. The problem is that I'm already running out of breath. I climbed up to catch my breath. This way I'll be able to get down into the cave and break this block of Avaricia. But break underwater, it takes a long time to break. Nice, got the first one. Let me get out of this water quick before I lose my life. I've only managed the first one so far. I need 3, but with these flooded caves, I won't be able to. But I have an idea. For this, I will need iron. Let me take advantage of the fact that it's right here and grab the ones that are nearby. I managed to catch 6 and managed to make a little spot here to breathe. But I still need 2 more irons for what I want to do. So let me search further inside the cave. There's none here, and the worst part is that I have no space to breathe. Let me make an opening here so I can breathe. Look guys, here in this ravine, I've already found more iron. There's already enough here to do what I want. Now I just need to be melting this iron and also getting sand to make glass. Now on the crafting table, just place the iron around like this and put the glass in the middle. I'm going to be able to make a ventilator. With this, I can get into the water. I will be able to stay down much longer without needing to come up. These caves become very strange when filled with water, but now at least I can mine here without any problem. And look, my lava pickaxe actually breaks faster than the diamond pickaxe. And now just this one more block and I can make the super bucket. But now let me come here to the sea, which is quite far from Athos's house. And it's taking the water. Wow, look at how much water I got in just one little bucket. Practically drained the entire ocean. Now I just need to put the water I fetched here in the pool, and she will fill it up to the next level. Now let me see how the world looks. It seems that the water hasn't risen yet. The water is still at the same level. Why did that happen?
Your little water is being sucked by the portal and getting burned in the nether.
The worst part is that he's telling the truth. Everything is dry here because the portal is drawing water. The most curious thing is that the nether stays dry because when water gets here, it evaporates. I need to make this water fire resistant so it doesn't evaporate here in the nether. To get this done, I came here to this swamp that is also underwater because there is a witch's house. I'm going to be grabbing all the fire resistance potions that this witch had from the chest. Look, she had quite a lot. Now I just need to be mixing these fire resistance potions into the water. I have to play a lot. All this water is fire resistant. These 2 are more, and I think that's enough already.
Not now, the nether is flooding.
The water level has already risen more. It even reached halfway up the castle.
But up here you won't be able to flood it because it's impossible.
That's what we're gonna see, Athos. Because the next way to increase the water in the pool even more is by using a water dragon. But right here in the sea is a water dragon's nest. He stays sunk in his nest. I don't even know how he breathes. I will be coming to him here and giving him the meat to see if I can tame him. Let me give him the meat here. And the heart only made it to the first one. If I try to tame him with this pork, it will take too long. He's big and eats a lot. Let me bring him more meat to see if I can tame it faster. I will be bringing mutton because dragons always like to eat sheep. So I'll be taking all the ones I find. Hopefully with these 12 I can tame him. But the uncle is coming here and giving him, "Here, little dragon." I can't believe it. All that meat I gave only increased by 1 heart. This animal eats too much, you know? I need a much bigger piece of meat, and I already know what I'm going to get. Here in the sea, some whales appear. Look, there's one right in front of me. I just need to beat her. She is getting her meat, which is huge. The problem is that these whales have a lot of life. I'm hitting her, and she doesn't care about me. But I already know how I can defeat her since she has a lot of health. I'm going to grab my super bucket of Avaricia, which is empty. I'll be using this bucket to take out all the water. Look at that. Now she won't have any water to breathe. She's already started taking damage out of the water. Now it's just a matter of waiting for her health to run out. She even dropped her steak because it is very large. Now I just need to take this meat to the dragon. Hope that this time you become domesticated. Take this meat. And only he is releasing the hearts. That means he's mine now. Now let's go, little dragon. Use your power to fill the pool. And it's going to start releasing, and he'll be able to fill this up quickly. And it even overflowed the pool. Put a lot more water than needed.
No, my world flooded and I don't have a respirator.
With that, I managed to flood my friend's entire world. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to buy a Cadrix doll for your son, just go to the first link in the description. I'm out.